silence is the most powerful scream. Sometimes it's not about what you say, but about what you don't say when you finally walk away. You don't need to explain yourself when you cut someone off. Silence is the only closure some people deserve. Cutting someone off isn't an act of hate, but an act of self-preservation, sometimes the most powerful. Response is no response at all. There is strength in walking away in silence. Let them wonder why you chose peace over their noise. Silence doesn't mean you've lost the argument. It means you've lost the interest in prolonging something that no longer serves you. You don't need to announce your exit. Sometimes the best thing you can do is walk away quietly and let your absence say everything. Your silence speaks volumes. It says you're done explaining, you're done tolerating, and you're done waiting for things to change. Cutting someone off is often a quiet affair, no warnings, no explanations, just peace where there once was chaos. Let them keep talking while you remain silent. Your silence isn't defeat. It's your way of cutting the cord without making a sound. When words fail to create peace, silence will walk away quietly and let your absence be the last conversation you have with them. Silence is the most underrated form of closure. Cut off the energy that no longer aligns with yours and watch your life change. Not every situation deserves your reaction. Sometimes the best response is no response at all. Your silence is a gift to yourself. It's the decision to no longer give away your peace to those who've disrupted it too many times. Don't explain your silence. Those who deserve to understand it won't need an explanation. Sometimes the only way to win is to walk away without a sound. Let them fight their battles while you protect your peace. You owe no one an explanation for cutting them off. Silence is often the most respectful way to say goodbye. When you cut someone off in silence, you're not giving up on them, you're choosing yourself. And that's the strongest move you can make. You don't always have to make a statement. Silence is a statement too, and often it's the one that's hardest to ignore. Silence is not weakness, it's the decision to let go without making a scene or proving a point. Walk away quietly and watch how loud it feels. Stop giving them the reaction they crave. Silence is the sharpest tool in your arsenal when cutting toxic people off. Cutting someone off doesn't need to be dramatic. Sometimes silence and distance say everything that needs to be said. Walking away quietly is often the loudest thing you can do. Let your absence speak for itself. There's no need to react or argue when you can. Simply let go in silence. Protect your energy, and the rest will fall into place. Not every battle is worth fighting, and not every word deserves a response. Cut them off and let your silence do the talking. No need to slam doors or burn bridges. Sometimes the quietest exits are the ones that bring you the most peace. The loudest actions are sometimes the quietest ones. Cut them off and watch how your silence says everything you couldn't with words. You'll find peace when you stop reacting to the chaos. cut them off quietly and let your silence do all the talking. There's power in walking away without a word. Silence is the best closure you can give to someone who doesn't deserve your energy. Silence is not an absence of words, but a decision not to waste any more energy on those who don't value it. Not every person deserves an explanation. Sometimes the quiet removal of your presence is the clearest message you can send. Don't waste your breath explaining yourself. Just cut them off and let your silence echo where your words once were. Cutting someone off doesn't need to be a loud event. Sometimes the most profound break is the one made in silence. Walking away silently is not giving up. It's giving yourself permission to move forward without the baggage. It takes strength to walk away quietly. Silence shows you no longer need to prove your worth to those who fail to see it. When you cut someone off in silence, you create space for something better. Let your silence be the path to your peace. There's power in your quiet departure. Let them talk, let them wonder. Your silence is your freedom. Walking away without a word is not an act of weakness, but a sign of strength. You're choosing peace over pointless conflict. Sometimes the only response you need is no response at all. Silence is the best way to cut someone off with dignity. Silence is your superpower. When you cut someone off without explanation, you take control of your peace and your narrative. No need to fight, no need to explain. Sometimes walking away silently is the loudest way to take back your power. You don't have to shout when you walk away. Silence will do the work for you, cutting off what no longer fits in your life. Cutting someone off in silence isn't cruel, it's self-care. Let them live in the noise while you embrace the peace of your quiet. Sometimes the loudest answer is silence. Cut them off without a sound and let your absence fill the space where your words used to be. You don't need to slam the door on your way out. Just walk away quietly and let your absence be your final statement. Silence is the best closure you can give yourself. Cut them off and let the absence of noise create the peace you deserve. Walking away silently is the greatest gift you can give yourself. It's a statement that needs no words and a decision that brings peace. The best way to cut someone off is to do it without drama. Walk away quietly and let them wonder why your silence is so deafening. Silence is the strongest response to those who thrive on your reactions. Cut them off and let your quiet bring the peace they never could. Silence is the highest form of respect you can give yourself. Cut them off and let your silence be the final word. Sometimes the most meaningful conversations are the ones we never have. Cut them off and let the silence say it all.